announcement that January 26th starts 40 Days to a Personal Revolution program. So 40 days of yoga, meditation, journaling, and just looking at nutrition as a way of supporting our practice. Because as Marty kind of pointed out, I saw Marty in York over the weekend. He came and took a 90-minute class, came in and said, like, it felt like back in my athletic days again. And sometimes we don't realize that what we're doing in here is athletic level movement. And it's important to eat and drink accordingly to make sure that you're supporting yourself as you are taking on a practice, especially when it becomes something regular. So there's that component to the 40 days where you just get a little bit more opportunity to get present to what you're consuming and how it's impacting your practice. It's not like a diet or anything like that. And then one other component about it, which I love, is there's a weekly meeting. At this studio, it's on Monday. And in the meetings, we come together as a community. We kind of see what we discover as we get on our mat every day. And also, Lisa, who's leading it here, goes over some of the more like fundamentals of the practice so that you get more insight into why are we doing what we do, how do you do it intentionally. So it's a way to build some more skill and get some more tools for your practice. So that's January 26th. If you have any questions about it, feel free to ask me after. Otherwise, let's go ahead and get started. Child's pose. And settle in with 3 deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. And after that third exhale with a sigh, seal your lips, breathe in and out through your nose, and create a smooth, even, rhythmic breath where your inhales and exhale are even, and there's a slight pause between your inhale and exhale and your exhale and inhale. And take one more breath. And this breath is something we'll cultivate throughout all the poses this morning. Beautiful. With your next inhale, come up to all fours. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And now look and listen really carefully. In your all fours, you're going to keep your elbows straight. With an inhale, relax your shoulders up towards your back. And on the exhale, press down through your hands and around your upper back. So this is just your shoulders moving. Inhale, shoulders move up onto your upper back. Exhale, press down and around your upper back. Do that 2 more times. And see if you can do that without bending your elbows at all. If you have to bend a little bit, that's okay. And one more time. So shoulder blades move towards each other a little bit. And shoulder blades move away from each other a little bit. Good. Now next time, inhale, shoulders go up. As you continue to inhale, chest forward, look forward. This is your dog tilt. And then exhale, tuck your chin round your spine, press the floor down to round your upper back. Inhale, shoulders go up, chest forward, look forward. Exhale, press down and round your back up. Do that 2 more times. Really good. So you can even play and feel how your shoulders are playing into how your spine moves here. Good. Now the next time your heart's forward, hold it. So shoulders go up, chest forward, look forward. Tuck your toes into the mat, and then lift your knees, downward facing dog. So your shoulders stay on your upper back. Press your fingertips deep down into the floor. Lift your armpits, let them hollow up towards your upper back. And now press your hands down and forward and stretch your seat up and back. So you're creating as much length between your hands and your seat as you can. Beautiful. Set your eyes to one point, somewhere between your feet, and take breath. 3 breaths. Yeah, and just feel your body. Shoulders might start warming up. I usually get a good feeling of like a stretch or an awakening on the back of my legs. Yeah, I can see at home, some of us are like lifting legs and stretching them. That's good too. Blow all the air out right where you're at. And then with your next inhale, step forward. At the top of your mat, inhale, lift halfway up. Press your seat back, your head forward, and exhale, ragdoll pose. Gather the pit of your belly up and round your upper body down. This is a nice spot to let your arms dangle and to just let your arms kind of make little circles. So if you don't know, I sprained my shoulder like a week ago now, snowboarding. And so I'm also being very conscious of my shoulder and like how to get some circulation and some good stuff happening through my shoulder. The practice is a great way to do that. And even just by circling your arms this way, you can create some space around your shoulder joints and across the backside of your body. Give that 2 more breaths. And you can change directions with it. 1 more breath in. Blow all the air out. Now press your feet deep down into the floor. Inhale, come rolling up to stand 1 vertebra at a time. Heads up last. At the top, reach up. Look up. Take a big early morning stretch. And then exhale, hands to heart center. Samasthiti. Set an intention for your practice this morning. And we'll begin with 3 ohms. Take a breath in. Inhale, reach up, extended mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. So bend your knees, belly to the top of your thighs. Inhale, lift halfway up. Then exhale, plant your palms to the top of your mat, step back to high plank and hold it. High plank. So in your high plank, stack your shoulders right over your hands. In studio, we look good. At home, we look good. Now in your high plank position, keep breathing with your inhale. Can you do that same action of moving your shoulders up towards your upper back? And on the exhale, press your hands down and around your upper back. Try that 3 more times. And if that's a little intense with your legs straight, you can drop your knees down and give yourself some extra support. Good. Go through 1 more round. Finish with your back rounding up. Now inhale, shoulders up onto your upper back. Look forward. Keep that. Bend your elbows, low push up. So shoulders stay on your upper back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Shoulder blades to your upper back. And exhale, downward facing dog. Press all the way back. Good. Take a breath in. And blow it out. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath in. Blow all the air out. Look forward. And then move your feet up to your hands. Inhale, lift halfway up. And exhale, fold. Press down through your feet, stand up. Extended mountain pose, reach. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift up. High to low push up. Shoulders towards your back. Upward facing dog. Good. Downward facing dog. Good. 3 breaths. 2 more. Last breath in. Exhale, bend your knees. Step your feet to your hands. Inhale, lift halfway up. And fold. Extended mountain pose. Press down through your feet. Stretch all the way up through your fingertips. Forward fold. Lift halfway up. Shoulders up towards your upper back. High to low push up. Take it back. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Breathe in together. Breathe out together. Breathe in. Breathe out. Now here's your last breath in. Blow all the air out. Bend your knees. Step or jump. Feet up to your hands. Halfway lifts. Fold. Extended mountain pose. Open your fingers all the way up at the top. Forward fold. Halfway lift up. Low push up. Upward facing dog. downward facing dog. 3 breaths together. So listen into the room. If you're at home, listen into the room that you're in. Here for your breath to echo. Here's your last breath in. Blow all the air out. Get ready. And move your feet to your hands. Halfway lift. Forward fold. Extended mountain pose. Open your fingers up. So wake every cell of your body up. Forward fold. I like the twinkling fingers too. Halfway lift up. Low push up. Yeah, there were some jazz hands going on in the room. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths in, one more time. And then even here, your hands are that awake even in your down dog. So your fingers, open them up nice and wide. Press all 10 of your fingers deep down into the floor. So hands are active, like paws, pawing the floor. Now take a big breath in. Keep the paw with your fingers. Bend your knees, look forward. Jump, feet up to your hands. Halfway lift up and fold. Extended mountain pose. From your toes up to your fingers, stretch up and fold to the floor. Halfway lift up. Low push up, take it back. Hands awake and alive. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Good. 3 breaths. 2 more. We're adding on. Shifting into sun salutation B. Here's your last breath in. Blow all the air out. Step or float, feet to your hands. Lift halfway. And fold. Chair pose. Bend your knees, sit your hips back, good, reach up, and then fold to the floor. Halfway lift, low push up. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Step your right foot to your right thumb, warrior 1. Back heel flat, arms reach high, good, low push up. Upward facing dog, down dog, now left side. So if you can kind of check nothing else, check your feet and your hands. See that they're awake, and then hands to the floor, low push-up. There are a lot of moving parts. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. 3 breaths. 2 more. Last breath in. Blow all the air out, get ready. Jump, feet to your hands. Halfway lift. And fold. Chair pose. Sit your sitting bones way back. Forward fold. Halfway lift up. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Hips back, downward facing dog. Right foot warrior 1. So fingers all the way up and open. Hands to the floor, low push up. Upward facing. Down dog. Left side warrior 1. Big breath in and a stretch. Hands to the floor, low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Good. 3 breaths. Feel your hands, feel your feet. And as you press your hands and feet down, feel the pit of your belly pull in and up towards the center of your body. Now take a breath in. Blow all the air out. Jump, feet to your hands. Half lifts. Fold. Chair pose. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Big breath in. Low push up, blow all the air out. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior 1. Step, take a deep lunge. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Down dog. Left side warrior 1. So snapshot. Feel your 2 feet press down. Your hands reach up. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. 3 breaths. 1 more sun B. Good. 2 more breaths. And here, Angie sighing over here. A sigh could be a good tool right about now. Here's your last breath in. Blow all the air out. Jump, feet to your hands. Half lift. Fold. Chair pose. Forward fold. Halfway lift up. Low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Right side warrior 1. Step up, reach high. Low push up. Now full breaths. Up dog. Full breath in. Down dog, full breath out, left foot steps, arms up on the inhale, reach up, full breath in, low push up, all the air out. Good. Upward facing dog, inhale, downward facing dog, exhale. Take a big breath in, let it out with a sigh, and then bring your big toes together at the back of your mat. So they touch, lift your right leg up and back. And lift your standing heel way up into the air. So your standing heel, the bottom heel, lift your bottom heel way up into the air, almost like a ballerina kind of thing with your bottom foot. Now bend your top knee if you haven't yet. Open your hip up. Take your top knee up high. So as your bottom heel goes up high, your top knee goes up high. Make as much space under you as you possibly can. You can stay here. Or now flip your dog. Go up and go over as you step off the right side of your mat. Good. 2 feet flat to the floor. So strong foundation. All 10 toes face the back of the room. So some of you take your heels, just your heels a little bit wider. That's going to make more room for your hips to go up. Now 2 more breaths. Good, Jordan. That's it. 1 more breath in. And then flip back. High plank. Pause to bring your big toes to touch, and then heels right, left arm high, side plank. Good. So your feet can be staggered or they can be stacked. You could drop a bottom knee down. Greg's got that. Or you can lift a leg up. Kat's got that. Jordan's got that. Whichever one you're doing, point your toes towards the left wall and pull your toes up towards your shin. So you're hugging all your leg muscles tight to the bones. Take a big breath in, 2 hands to the floor, low push up. Upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Take a breath in, blow it out. Step your right foot to your right thumb, crescent lunge. Good, crescent lunge. In your crescent lunge, bend your elbows down like goalposts. And then take your goalpost arms forward. So your elbows are going to point. For me, it's these 2 corners of the room. If you're in studio, it's like these 2 corners of the room. If you're not facing that way, you kind of get the idea. So it's not together. It's not out to the side. It's like this 45-degree angle kind of thing with your shoulders. We got it at home? Cool. So now from here, with your inhale, you're going to push your shoulders forward. Feel your upper back round. And on the exhale, pull your upper arm bones back. Feel your shoulders move to your upper back. So press your shoulders forward. And then pull your shoulders straight back. Do that 2 more times. So you're not opening or closing. It's a matter of your forearms going forward and your forearms going back. So see that your shoulders have this capability of moving without your elbows or your wrists moving. Cool. The next time they're back, so hold your shoulder blades on your back. Keep them. Now take your arms up. They might go a little bit. You might be able to go all the way up straight. But keep your shoulder blades onto your upper back. Good. Take a big breath in right here. Hands to heart center. Tip forward. Twist to the right side. So left elbow outside your right thigh. Press your left arm into your left thigh and use that to hug your arm bones towards your upper back. So it's right through here. Yeah. Now breathe. You'll probably feel, I usually feel my upper back warming up when I really get this piece of alignment in place. Good. Take 1 more breath in. Blow all the air out. Crescent lunge on the inhale. Come up, reach up, and then open up to warrior 2. So back heel flat. Left toes point to the left side of the room. Bend your front knee over your front heel and out towards the right baby toe. So keep spinning your front inner thigh up, cat. Yeah, that's it. Now breathe right there. Shoulders towards your upper back, and now stretch from your front hand to your back hand as long as you can. Take a breath in, tilt, extended side angle. Hand to the floor, spider tip fingers or a block. Some of you are hovering, that works too. Now from your top hand, reach your top hand towards the left side of the room. So your hand comes out in front of you. You can see your hands as you look out to the side of the room. So here, your hand drops down in front like that. Perfect. Watch your arm. Pull it straight back onto your upper back. So you're squeezing your armpit muscles, you're squeezing your rib muscles to pull it back. Now swing it over your ear. Press down for your back heel. Accelerate all the way up through your fingertips. Take a big breath in. 2 hands to the floor, low push-up. Take it back. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Get a breath in. Blow all the air out. Lift your left leg up into the air. Bend your knee, open your hip. Remember, bottom heel way up high. So get all this air time up high and then flip, go up and over. So the air time gives you enough space to go up and over your bottom shoulder. If you're low, you run into your shoulder joint on the way over. Now press down through your feet. Press down through your bottom hand and lift the back side of your body up towards the front side. Yes. Take a big breath in and flip back. High plank, big toes touch, side plank. Heels go left, right arm goes high. Set your feet. So stack or stagger. You can stagger them. So, yep, and that's perfect too. Fabulous. Good. You could also be on your bottom forearm if this is ever too much for your wrist or anything like that. And now 2 more breaths. Shoulder blades towards your upper back. Last breath in. Hands to the floor, low push-up. Upward facing dog, roll your shoulders up and back. Downward facing dog, press it back. Step your left foot to your left thumb, crescent lunge. Good. Take a moment to set your feet, and then as soon as you're up, goalpost arms, so you'll start wide and bring them forward. Now on your own, inhale, forearms forward. Exhale, pull your forearms back. So just this action of from your hand to your elbow to your shoulder stays exactly the same, and you're drawing your shoulder forward towards the front of your body and back towards the back of your body. Really good. Beautiful. The next time your shoulders are back, hold it. And we're going to add something a little extra. Okay, so keep that. From the back side of your body, puff out. So see if you can keep your shoulders back and puff the middle of your body. If you ever see bodybuilders when they kind of puff like this, it's that puffing through the middle of your back. Now take your arms up. So you'll feel you have some space around your ribs, around your upper back. Take a big breath in, hands to heart center, tip forward, and twist to the left side. Press your, right side. Greg was listening. Twist to your left side. Your right arm is down. Press your right arm into your thigh and draw your arm bones back. So shoulder blades onto your upper back. Now puff between your shoulder blades. So from fingertip to fingertip or elbow tip to elbow tip, you get wide. Take a breath in, blow it out. Inhale, crescent lunge, come up. Warrior 2, open up. Got arms out and feel that your collarbones and your upper back are equally wide. And then from fingertip to fingertip, stretch. Take a breath in and tilt, extended side angle. Left arm, left hand down, right arm over your ear. And then once you're settled down, take your right arm towards the right side of the room. So your arm is horizontal to the floor. Look at your arm and pull your right arm bone straight back onto your upper back. Yes. Now swing your arm over your ear. Press your back heel down. You'll feel more plugged in through your abdominals and through your shoulder girdle. From the press your back heel up through your shoulder, up through your fingertips. Take a big breath in, stretch, and then 2 hands to the floor, low push up. Upward facing dog, roll your shoulders up and back. Downward facing dog, press back. Take a big breath in, blow all the air out. Look forward, step or jump, feet to your hands. Lift halfway up and fold. Chair pose. Prayer twist to the right side. Hands to heart, twist right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a big breath in. Stay for the out. 5. Chair pose on the inhale. And fold. Gorilla pose. Fingers to toes pose first. Angie was going for it. She's like, you call gorilla? I'm in. So you catch your big toes with your first 2 fingers. Then take your elbows wide to the sides of the room. And notice as you fold, bend your knees enough that you can drop your upper body down. As your elbows point to the side and a little bit forward, it moves your shoulder blades onto your upper back. So move your shoulder blades onto your upper back. Keep that. Drop your head all the way down and out from between your shoulders. Take one more breath in. Blow it out. And then release your toes. Sit back. Chair pose. Reach up. Twist to the left side. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last breath in. Stay for the breath out. 5. Reach up, chair pose. Now fold, gorilla pose. Slide your hands under the soles of your feet. Bend your knees enough. And then bend your elbows to draw down. Elbows go to the sides, left and right. So wrap your shoulder blades behind your heart. Drop your head. Cat, open your feet up a little bit wider and parallel your feet. Yeah. And now lean some weight forward onto your hands. Get a little bit up on the edge here with your toes. Drop your head down again. Let your head drop. It's pretty normal for us. As we kind of play with our balance, our head tends to pop up. Let your head drop. Relax so you've got it. And now press down through your feet. Pull up with your hands and see if you can take your sitting bones a little bit higher. Just bring out this a little bit more stretch on. One more breath in. Blow it out. And then step off your hands. Hands at the top of your mat. Step back. Come to all 4 position. One more time. 4 times. Do what are called shoulder push-ups, right? So shoulders go up towards your upper back and shoulders go down towards the floor. Do that 4 times. Good. Now about one more round. And on the next round, you're going to stay, this time, pushing down with your upper back popping up. So this is the opposite of what we've been doing. This is your crow pose. So as you push down and round and puff your upper back, now walk your feet in. Keep rounded through your upper back. Tip forward and lift your feet. So you press down through your hands. Your elbows can be bent, and feel that since you discovered you don't need your elbows for this, they can be bent or straight. You can move your shoulders. Drive your hands down. Really good. Round your upper back. Pull your belly button up towards your spine. Good, Suzette. Now 2 more breaths. Good, everybody. Take one more breath in. Feet to the back of your mat. Low push-up. Upward facing dog. Roll your shoulders up and back. Downward facing dog. Press back. Take a long breath in. And a full breath out. And then look at your hands. Step or float. Feet up to your hands. Lift halfway up. And fold. One bone at a time. Roll up to stand. Your head's the last piece up. Reach your arms up at the top. Get a big stretch. And then hands to heart. Eagle pose. Feet together. Wrap your right leg over. Your right arm under. Elbows up to shoulder height. And then draw your shoulders straight back. So this action is called shoulder integration in our practice. Give that one more breath. And then step out. 2 feet to the floor. Get a fresh breath in. Reach up. Eagle pose on the left side. Wrap your left leg. Wrap your left arm under. Set up the form. Elbows shoulder height. Your forearms are vertical right in front of your midline, your eye line, and now integrate your shoulders. So when I get it in this pose, I get this deep stretch on the outsides of my shoulders and then across my upper back. Give that one more breath. Then step out, 2 feet down. Inhale, reach up. Catch your hips. Standing leg raise right side. So bend your right knee. Catch your right knee or catch your right big toe. Integrate your right shoulder and then begin to extend your leg if you're extending. So keep your arm plugged into your upper back. Really good. Nice. Open your leg to the right. This is kind of like your warrior 2 arm here now. As you open up, keep your shoulder plugged and let your arm stretch out. Maybe even add your other arm. I see some of you got that. That's good. Take one more breath in and then come back to center. Kick your right leg forward. Reach up. Airplane pose. Stretch your fingers back. Stretch your left heel back. Roll your shoulders up onto your upper back. And bring your hands to heart center. Breathe in, half moon. See if you can keep your shoulders on your upper back as you reach your left hand down. So the default is to round our back and shoulders to hit the floor or catch the floor. See if you can stay integrated. So right here, hug in, yep. And then from integration, from center, stretch out hand to hands, crown to foot. Breathe. Good, Laura. Take one more breath in, 2 feet to the floor, and fold. So nice and loose. Bend your knees. You can let your arms just kind of do the circle dangly thing again. Good. Blow all the air out. Inhale, come rolling up to stand. Reach up. Standing leg raise on the left side. Still bend your left knee. Knee or big toe. Plug your left arm into your upper back. So it's like you're pulling on your leg to get that leverage. Good. And you pull your left shoulder onto your upper back. Good. Now open your leg to the left. I like it. If you're reaching your right arm out, really reach it. So stretch all the way out through your fingers from one shoulder to the other shoulder. Get wide. Take a breath in and come back to center. Kick your right leg forward. Reach for the sky. Airplane pose. This time you could bind your hands behind you if you want. So you could interlace your fingers, drag your knuckles back along your tailbone, and stretch your chest forward. So my shoulder's not allowing that right now. You can go as far as you can go with that if you're adding in that bind. Take one more breath in. Hands to heart center. Keep your shoulders on your back as you open for half moon. You have all the time you need. Shoulders stay on your back. Fingertips, block. And now stretch from fingertip to fingertip. And it doesn't even mean that your elbows have to straighten. It's that energetic, that from your shoulders out to your fingers, you are stretching energetically out from the center of your heart. Take one more breath in, and then 2 feet to the floor and fold. Let it all go. Let it all fall apart for a moment. And then if you're using a strap for dancer pose, grab it. Come all the way up to stand. Dancer pose or standing bow right side. Bend your right knee. Catch inside your right ankle. Gather your knees underneath of you. And then kick your right shin bone back. Good. Integrate both arms. So you're going to turn and open your hand cat. Like that. There you go. Now catch. So you'll catch from the inside like that. There you go. Take 2 more breaths. Here's your last breath in, and then 2 feet to the floor. Take a moment, breathe with your 2 feet on the floor, get grounded, and then left side dancer pose. Bend your knee. You have all the time you need here, so pause for a moment to get rooted and powerful in your standing foot. Align through your knees, and then kick your left shin straight back. Good. 2 more breaths. Jordan, push your shin back away from you like that. Yes. Take 1 more breath in and then step down. 2 feet at the top of your mat. Tree pose. Right foot to your left inner thigh. So you can use your hand to guide your foot up. If the thigh doesn't work, you can have your foot on your calf. Greg's got that perfect. And then hands to heart center. So press your hands together. This mudra helps integrate your shoulders. So as you press, notice it's a little bit easier to pull your shoulders onto your back. Chest nice and wide. Keep your shoulders back. Take your arms out to a T. And so feel from fingertip to fingertip, you're wide. Shoulder blades are on your back. Front ribs hug in towards center. Now sweep your arms up. Lift the sides of your body up towards the ceiling. Take a full breath in, and then step down. Change sides. Tree pose, left foot. Hands to center. Good. Press in. So in the beginning, when we think about like stretching or opening, what tends to happen is we pull away from our center, and that's where we kind of lose stability. In yoga, what we practice is you integrate into your center. So press your palms in, press your foot and your thigh in, plug your shoulder blades into your back. You are fully hugged in. Now from hugging in, stretch out. So you're not letting go and letting everything pop out. You're hugged in, and from that strong center, shine. And then keep that and go right up over your head. And it could even be bent elbows. You might be here, and this is where you're at today, but there's still that energetic of plugged in and shining out through your edges. Take 1 more breath in, and then 2 feet to the top of your mat. Inhale, reach up, extended mountain pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, high to low push up. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Step your right foot between your hands. Triangle pose. Triangle pose. So back toes point to the left side of the room. Front leg relatively straight. Good. Hinge forward. Everyone come back up for a second. Even at home, come back up for a second. I'm sure they can see me. So take your T-arms. T-arm position. I know this is like a lot of different positions for me to demo from. You have your T-arms. Now with your right arm, reach forward, but don't go down. So you're going to reach and reach and reach like you're trying to touch the front of the room. Get as much hinge through your right hip as you can. Then just drop your right arm. Don't turn your torso down. Come back up. Come back up. A lot of us lost it. So when you go to drop your arm, there's no rounding through your spine at all. Take the T, reach out here. Now don't do anything. Drop your arm. That's your triangle pose. That's it. So if you need a block, put a block. If you need your shin, use your shin. Take your top arm up towards the ceiling. Continue to reach your bottom sitting bone back towards your back heel, the top of your head forward and up, and then stretch from fingertip to fingertip. Good. Give that 3 more breaths. Yeah, it's good. 2 more. Soften your front knee just a little bit more. Yep, that's it. Here's your last breath in, and then 2 hands to the floor. Step back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Blow it out. Step your left foot between your hands. Triangle pose. So come all the way up to warrior 2 with a straight front leg. Good. So you got that position. Now reach your left arm forward as far as you can. And really give this some time here. Give yourself a couple breaths. So you're, like that. Like Laura's really getting her crease back. And left arm forward. Let your front knee be just soft enough that you can get that kind of access. Now simply drop your left arm. That's it. Right arm goes up. Beautiful. You can turn and look up at your top hand. You can look at the right side of the room. Give that 3 more breaths. Good. Both sides of your body long, both arms long. Take 1 more breath in, and then 2 hands to the floor, step back, downward facing dog. Oh, take a breath in, blow it out, slide out to high plank position, and lower all the way down to the floor. At the bottom, keep your hands right beside your chest. Actually, it's more like your ribs. So you'll bring them back by your ribs and wide to the width of your mat. Okay, so locust pose, but we'll keep our hands here. Press your hands down just enough that you can feel contact, and then drag your hands back. So always think like a slip and slide, like I'm going to go like, whew, like this. Press down, drag back. You'll feel your shoulder blades pull onto your back, and then drag your chest up. So my whole upper back ignites when I get that. Now breathe. You can stay here. You could lift your legs. You'll get your lower back kind of lighting up too. Now breathe right there. 2 more. Last breath in. And then lower it down left ear to the mat. You can let your arms drop back for a moment. Let all the heat out for 1 breath. And then set up second set. You could bring your hands to the same spot. If you want, you could interlace your fingers behind your back. Give yourself a little bit more opening. So whichever one it is, peel your chest up and forward. Option to stretch your legs up and back. And now 3 breaths. 2 more. Last breath in, and lower it down right ear to the mat. Get a breath in, blow it out. Oh. Next up is floor bow. Bend your knees, catch your ankles. So you're catching from the outside. Pause. So before you go anywhere else, let your head, your chest kind of dangle down. Kick your shins back. Don't move your chest. See if your arms only will go back. So let your shoulders be pulled back by the kick of your shins. Then kick harder to peel your chest up. 1, 2, 3, really good. 4, and 5, lower it all the way down. Take a breath in. Windshield wipe your legs side to side. Give yourself that little treat. Those little treats make a huge difference. Good. And then come back to center. Bow pose. The whole practice is a treat. It's like a spicy treat, right? But it's like hot chocolate. Cat's like, I disagree with you. Reach back, catch your shins. Gather your knees in. Now head down, chest down, and kick just your shins back. And wait for your shoulders to go back first. Yes. Now keep kicking until your chest lifts up. And take 3 breaths right there. Breathe across your collarbones. So every breath in widens your chest. Every exhale relaxes your shoulders back more. Take 1 more breath in and lower it all the way down to the floor. Good. Tick-tock your legs side to side. Beautiful. Now plant your hands beside your lowest rib, just like we did in that first locust pose. Pause. Drag your hands back a little bit so you get that action of your shoulder blades up onto your upper back. Pause there. And now inhale as your hands drag back. Peel your chest up. So you might stop at your knees, or you might be able to lift your knees up. Hands back, chest up, look up, upward facing dog. And then exhale, tuck your toes, hips back, downward facing dog, press back. Good. Take a big breath in. Blow all the air out. Drop to your knees, cross your shins, sit back, and lie onto your back for bridge pose. You guys are working this morning. It's good. Lie onto your back, bend your knees, good, and then lift your hips up. Up into the air. So options. One of them is what I call robot arms. So you're kind of there, Angie. The only thing is, take your forearms up towards the ceiling. So it's like your upper arms go to the floor, and then your forearms point up like that. There we go. So it's like this. Yes. That's it. Now press your upper arms down into the floor, the back of your shoulders into the floor, and lift and widen through your chest. Good. As your chest goes up, press your shins forward towards the front of the room and your chest back towards your chin. So your whole rib cage moves towards your head and your whole pelvis moves towards your knees. Give that 1 more breath in, and then 1 bone at a time, roll down onto your back. Take a breath. Clear that breath. And then next bridge, come right back up. And I see the windshield wiper legs. That's good. So you that go a little bit wider with your elbows. So like that. Perfect. Just like that. And give yourself enough space that your shoulders feel like they can move around. Now press your upper arms down, shoulders down. Beautiful. You can stay right here like this or take it to wheel. So you plant your hands wide outside your shoulders. Keep your shoulders on your upper back and press your head and shoulders up off the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Everyone tuck your chin, come on down. So we've got 4 more of those. Take a breath in, blow it out, set up, bridge your wheel, and then come back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Tuck your chin, come down. Take a breath in. Nice cat. Blow it out. Set up again. Bridge your wheel. Come right back up. So make this an inquiry into like your shoulder position. So you have today, you're bending your elbows a little bit more to get a sense of your shoulders, staying plugged into your upper back. 2 more breaths. Last breath in. Tuck your chin, come all the way down. And then we have 2 left, right? I want to make sure I'm honest with you. I wouldn't want to skimp you on a wheel. Set up the second to last one and come on up. Bridge your wheel. Good. 4 more breaths. So rather than really pushing back, hug here. Yes, you feel how everything kind of opens up. Good. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath in. Tuck your chin, come all the way down. Take your breath. This is your last one. Steel yourself, and then press up. Bridge or wheel. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Tuck your chin, come down, Supta Baddha Konasana. Right about now, like I don't want to put my hands on my body. Everything feels so open. Sometimes I like to toss my hands out to the sides. So if that feels good, like arms wide, do it. Arms over your head, do that. Just kind of put your arms where they feel good. And then take a moment, and as Beyonce said, feel yourself. Just feel your heart, feel your circulation. Just be like, yeah, I did that. And then bring your knees together. Hug your knees up into your shoulders, dead bug pose. So now you got this cool tool called shoulder integration. As you catch your feet with your hands, try it here. So as you pull on your feet, feel that you're pulling from your armpits to draw your shoulder blades down towards the mat. Gotta give that 1 more breath. And then release your feet. Stretch your legs up towards the ceiling. Sit on your hands. Hands underneath your tushes, tush. Take a breath in. And on the exhale, lower your right foot to hover. Breath in and switch sides. Breath in, switch sides. Breath in, switch sides. And go side to side. 30 seconds. So the temptation is that your shoulders will crunch up towards your chest. See if you can relax your shoulders away from your chest. Yeah. And you don't even have to pull them towards the floor or anything. Just let them relax away from your chest. 10 more seconds. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Both legs up. Hug your knees to your chest. Rock and roll forward and back. 1, 2, 3. Boat pose. Oh, and so from whatever hand position you have, integrate your shoulders. Yes. 5 breaths. 3 more. Good. Suzette, draw. Yeah. Take one more breath in. Cross your shins, plant your hands, downward facing dog. Take it back. Lift your right leg up and back. Half pigeon on the right side. So rest. Cool thing here, if you stack or if you put your forearms on the floor, you kind of automatically get gravity doing the integrating for you. So as you come in and stack, some of you have like this bubble in your upper back. See if you can let that bubble soften down. And you've got gravity doing the integration for you. Let this part right here soften. So big exhale, and that's it. See how we're looking at home. Oh, good. Good. And plant your hands at the top of your mat. Press back to downward facing dog. And step your left leg up. Half pigeon on the other side. So it can be really easy. This part of the practice is, and this pose in particular, is definitely opening up your hips. It's working on all the muscles that you warmed up and used during the practice. Your glutes, your hamstring on the right side, your inner thigh. You usually don't feel the inner thigh so much, but it's getting a good opening here. This pose is working and opening up all those muscles again. But it's not the only thing happening. Sometimes it can get very tempting to like zone in on just the one thing that you feel happening the most. There's also this opportunity as your leg and your hip opens, maybe in a sensational way, for your shoulders, your chest to open up in a more surrendery kind of way. And so as you breathe, see if you can feel your upper back in that bubble there. And with an exhale, can you let that settle down towards the back of your heart? That's it. Good. And then walk up to your hands. Swing your right leg forward. Set up for seated single leg extension. So right leg down the mat. Left foot to your right thigh. For most of us, a little bit of a bend in the right knee. Then inhale, reach your arms up. Take a nice big stretch up through your spine. And on the exhale, fold. Belly towards your thigh first, then your ribs. Catch your foot if you need a strap, use it. And then at the last piece, drop your head down. And where it's tempting now to totally let your shoulders melt off your upper back, keep your shoulders drawn up towards your upper back. Nice. Take a big breath out, release in, and then sit all the way up and switch your legs. So left leg's the long one, right foot comes in. Inhale, reach up high, and then exhale, fold. Belly, ribs, and then catch, and then fold. Right under your armpits, integrate your shoulders. The difference I feel when I integrate here is this stretch usually stops somewhere in my mid-back. But if I integrate, I get the stretch all the way up, the upper part of my back to the base of my skull. And so it feels complete. Take one more breath. And then sit all the way up. Plant your hands behind. Bend your knees, plant your feet in front, move your shoulders onto your back first, and then lift your hips up. Reverse table. Feels right? You can drop your head back. I usually find it does. Take a big breath in. Open your mouth. And then drop your butt, fish pose. Legs go straight. Forearms to the floor. You can put a block underneath, medium height underneath your shoulder blades. Otherwise, your shoulders go down, your chest goes up, head goes up and back. Good. Take 5 big breaths here. Good. Cat go a little bit higher. There you go. Just make sure your hair doesn't catch it. There you go. Perfect. Good. Last couple exhales. See if you can let your shoulders melt away from the center of your chest, especially if you have a block there. Take a breath in. Open your mouth, blow it out. And then if you're on a block, roll to the side. If not, tuck your chin, come down, and set up for an inversion. So all this shoulder integration has set you up really well for shoulder stand. So if you're going to go for it and give it a shot and see what you got access to now, start in plow pose. You can always take waterfall, and there's still a lot to work there. You can take a headstand, or if you're working other inversions. So in your plow, we're on plow first. Go to plow if you're going to shoulder stand. Plow first. So that's your feet to the floor behind your head. You don't want to skip this step, and here's why. Go to plow. In plow, walk your shoulders under you as deep as you can get them to go. So the ideal is your entire upper back is off the floor. You don't feel any bones of your upper back touching or grinding into the floor at all. So you want to hug in that tight. Now press your whole upper arm into the floor, your whole shoulder girdle into the floor. Now stretch your legs up. So now it's a true shoulder stand. You're really going to feel your arm strength holding you up rather than your neck holding you up. So Jordan, bring your feet more towards the front. So it's here. Like that. Now see if you can keep that. Keep squeezing and push down. Like that. Right there. 5 breaths. Beautiful. If you're in shoulder stand, go back to plow. If you're in headstand, see if you can bend your knees and bring your knees towards your chest and hover for a moment. Nice, Marty. Good. If you're in plow, bend your knees to your ears. Now ragdoll pose. So this is like the opposite. Let your shoulders round towards your chest, round your back. All the muscles in the backside of your body that we're holding and integrating, now let them stretch and widen and release. And then one bone at a time, come rolling down onto your back. At the bottom, hug your knees into your chest. Drop your knees to the right. Tee your arms, look off to the left for a breath. And then come back to center. Hug your knees and switch sides. With one breath, see if you just let your shoulders relax towards the floor. Let gravity do that work. And then gently come back up to center. Supta Baddha Konasana. For those of you in studio, there's a cool eye towel at the corner of your mat. Some of you it's at the front, some of you it's at the back. Kat, I think I missed you. Trying to work through some of these are frozen. There we go. You don't want an ice cold one. And once you're set, take a deep breath in. Open your mouth, let it go. And then straighten your legs, Shavasana. And then gently hug your knees up into your chest. Roll to a side and press yourself up to a seated position. See if you can do it with your eyes closed. So kind of a time to just feel and intuit which direction to face. And feel your two sitting bones on the floor or maybe a block. Press them down. Stretch your arms up. Reach all the way up through each bone of your spine, all the way up to your crown, all the way up to your fingertips. Take a big breath in, stretch high, and then keep the height and bring your hands back to heart center. And so into all that space, the space you created through your practice, tune in, check in, feel in, and feel for the intention that's already wanting to be set for the day. It's like already there. And just give it a name. It's ease, strength, resilience, patience. And you'll set that intention and close our practice together with 3 final Oms. Take a breath in. Lift your thumb close to the center of your forehead. Take a big breath in. Blow it out through your mouth. And together we say, Namaste. Namaste. Great job this morning, everybody. Thank you so much for showing up this morning in studio and at home. Jen, Kathy, I saw you pop in later on. Good to see you. Have a great rest of your day, everybody. And if you have questions about 40 days, feel free to ask me on the way out. There's also, you can just check it out on the website as well. So if you're more like that, I'm kind of that person now. I just read the website. It's under events on our website.